Previously on the Anime Curse.
Hey, bud, just leave. You're making my day worse. It happens on the Ferris wheel. Jerry, why don't you just take a break? What does it mean? It's very wholesome.
Hey Jerry, something happened to your brother. He went out last night, shot himself. The funeral's in a few months.
No! I refuse to believe he's just dead. I don't want you in my life. It's too late for I'm sorry. It's all coming back to me now. Oh no. It's all my fault. I shot him away that day. Oh my goodness. Well, what can I do? There's nothing I can. I failed. I just failed. I've got nothing left. It's all gone. What's the point? You know what? I'm just going to watch some anime. Do what I always do. Calm myself down. Just escape into that world. I think I know the anime to watch too. So recently I was thinking to myself, what is the most ridiculous thing you can name an anime? My stepmom's daughter is my ex. What? Look, I get people like their own things, and I'm completely judging right now, but what the fudge? Like, what is wrong with you? How? I'm watching this because it's funny. That is the funniest name I've ever heard. My stepmom's daughter is my ex. Like, what's gonna happen in this show? Is there gonna be a guy who straight up just dates his stepsister? The more I talk, the more I hate everything that comes out of my mouth. So you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna watch it. It's gonna be a grand old time. Maybe it'll be funny, maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be boring, maybe it'll be just another anime. Hopefully, it's good. I'm counting on it to be. If it's not good, then what's the point of watching anime? Like, this sounds like it's gonna be peak anime, okay? Peak anime. You don't get anything better than this. I'm telling you now. It's gonna be the best anime ever made. Anime of the year already. My vote's in. So let's just watch it. I am so excited. Okay, so I just watched episode 1 of My Stepmom's Daughter is My Ex. What the actual heck? So you know, it starts with them like, okay, we're family now. Oh right, yes sir, we're going to act like family. I hate you though. They hate each other. That's the big thing. They hate each other, okay? And you know, that's whatever. Hate each other all you want. They're trying to move on from the past, so they make a game. A fun little game. Also, their relationship was hidden and they're not going to tell their parents because that'd just be weird. And so they make a game where if they mention the past, or if they slip and, you know, mention the past, they lose a point. And they have to call. They had a whole argument about who's older and what their names would be for each other. So they made a game that, like, whoever, if you slip and say about something about the old past, like in front of their parents or not, you lose and that's a point. Points are bad. If you point at someone, that's bad. They don't like being pointed at. And so he gets the point, or she She tries to make him slip up, but fails, and he makes her slip up. I think, yeah, I think that's what happens. And so she's like, what should I call you then? Like, he's like, I don't know, you choose. And so she tries again to slip him up, but fails, because that's how you do it around these parts. They go to school the next day, and you're like, okay, we're just not going to make eye contact. We're not, they know we're siblings, but we're just not going to mention it to anybody. And that's just how it's going to be. Like, okay, cool, whatever. Our main guy character here, I don't know the character names, I'm sorry. I don't know why I say it like that. I'm sorry. But he's like, whatever. He doesn't care about anything. He is the chill one who's like, she could be like getting ran over, he's like, anyway. And if he gets ran over, she's like, oh no, anyway. But people are crushing over her. And they're like, okay, I'm trying to get closer to her brother, and then get closer to her through her brother, and that's gonna be cool and stuff. And the sister catches on very quickly. And after school, she's like, you know, they're trying to get to meet with you, and like, it's like, yeah, I heard that, because he was in the bathroom when they were over talking, and that's cool. That's whatever. Now this is the part that gets interesting. This is the part that had me saying stuff out loud like, what? Stop. Stay with us, brother. So you can probably guess what happened. She gets out of the shower and tries to slip him up again. How? Bathrobe. Bathrobe. Now let me explain what happened earlier. So these guys are trying to get closer to the brother so they can get closer to the sister, as I just mentioned. And the sister grabs his arm a little too close to you know what I'm trying to say. And they mention, like, aren't you like brother and sister? I'm like, yes they are. Do they care? No, they don't. And so when they get home, he's like, I completely forgot about that. And she's like, oh, you just forgot about it? All right. Comes out in the bathrobe and tries to catch him off guard. I don't know why I'm snapping. Tries to catch him off guard. It works. Kind of. He like looking. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, stay with us, brother. Come on. I start throwing stuff at this TV screen for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just hyperactive. That's what ADHD does to a man. But, you know, after that all settles, it starts to fall. And he gets closer to her. And she thinks the worst thing is about to happen. And I'm thinking that too. What happens next? The brother takes off his jacket and puts it on her. Like, you're bad at planning ahead, I hope you know. She's like, yeah, whatever. And then somehow they get into a position where he's on this is her, my hand is him, on top. So what happens next is really, in the grand scheme of things, really illegal. He goes for a kiss. And if their parents didn't walk in at that moment, about to catch them, like walk to the door at that moment, he said, as they were getting closer, I wouldn't mind losing this one time. My brother, she is your sister. Doesn't matter if it's a stepsister. I don't care how many stairs they are. It's a sister at the end of the day. So get your act together, you stupid man. and you need to get closer to God. Because holy crap, macaroni and cheese. The fact that this thing has me shouting, "Stay with me, brother, come on!" It's doing its job, I guess. It's like, I wonder what's going to happen next. I don't like what's happening so far, but I'm intrigued. So, good job, show. You got my attention, unfortunately. So, I'll be back, episode 5, and tell you how bad it is. Okay. This took a turn. This has some story, man. The animation is good. The music is good, too. This is the show where I thought it was going to be something funny, where I could make fun of it. I like this show. And not for any particular reason. I know you're all thinking like, "Sheesh, Jerry, you're a weirdo, you freak." Nah, it's not any of that reason, I promise. It's good. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best anime I've ever watched. Like, that goes straight to Hati and the Illusion and Fuka and all those, but this show, let me just explain. Episode 2, nothing big. It continues right off episode 1. The sister is sick. So, she's dying. Whatever. That's cool. So, what's the point? Well, she's just sick. And what's weird is when she's sick, she had certain flashbacks of when the old brother, before they were brother and sister, when they were dating. And then she started saying stuff like, "Hold my hand, give me ice cream." Now, there's a reason behind that. She wasn't sick during that time. She was sick in the first half, but then in the second half, she wasn't sick and she was faking it just for the attention, I'm guessing. I didn't really understand that part too much, and it's not necessary. What's really important are these two characters here. We got the friend of the brother and the friend of the sister. I won't call the friend of the brother the thinking something funny. I got it. He's just blonde. He's not even friend. We're just gonna call him friend, and we're gonna call the friend of the sister the psychopath. So we got the friend. He's like, "What's up? I'm your friend now. I don't care what you say." And then the psychopath, same way, like, "What's up? I'm your friend now. I don't care what you say." So they just have a friend group now, and apparently the friend and the psychopath live together, or not live together, but they live next to each other in like an apartment. That's shown in episode 5, which is also a very dark episode. Not dark, but it's got some backstory to it. I really do like this anime. So we actually get to see a glimpse into the sister's past. She used to be a social outcast. She said, this is the exact words, "I feel like everyone would be better off without me." And like, whoa. Okay, let me just go back to episode 1 where you guys were having fun and we're not like trying to dive deep into the past, because she was the antisocial nerdy girl. And you know what? That's cool. That's fun. That's nice. And then the reason they started dating was they crossed paths somehow, and so she just shot her shot. Cause she's like, "Oh, that guy's cute. Hey, I like you." Like, "Okay, cool. We're dating now, lol." Funny moment. I did it for the meme. So they start dating, and the reason they break up. Now this is set in the aquarium, which they go and I know I'm confusing it a bit. I'm sorry. It's all coming back to me slowly. The reason this all like started, like why we know this, there was a challenge, because she found his underwear in her room, and that's the whole thing. I don't want to say. Watch it. and find out yourself. The mystery is, I know, it's suspenseful, but contain yourself. It'll be fine. Just watch it on Crunchyroll. But, they go to the aquarium for a date. Because the psychopath is being a psychopath towards the brother and being like, I'm going to marry you so I get closer to your sister. She'll be my sister. And you're going to make sure this comes into fruition. And he's like, so he calls up his friend and he's like, dude, what do I do? He's like, alright, so this is what you do. This is the plan. So you just kill her. Nah. But they go into the aquarium, the brother and the sister, on a date. And I don't know the whole point. I don't know why they did it. They say it, but it didn't make sense. Something about, like, I don't really know. I can't tell you because I don't know. Something about Ratatouille, I guess. No, okay. They broke up because the brother slowly started to hate the sister as it all went on. And so he ended it. And they didn't expect to cross paths again. Until now. The brother's mom, I want you to guess why he needed a stepmom. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. She's dead. The brother's mom is dead. And I was like, whoa, okay, buddy, let's calm down. We don't know how she died yet. It'll probably be explained later on. Just the fact that it's like, yeah, it just hit you right at the start of episode 5. It just, like, oh, it's been funny, some good times, and like, oh yeah, my mom is dead. Could have said this at the beginning, or maybe they did. I just didn't pay attention. I don't have a good brain. I don't think I have a brain. Like, what is a brain? People say it's pink. What if it's red? What if it's yellow? What if I'm yellow? I'm just colorblind. What if you're just colorblind? I know. I don't know how I got on the side tangent. Okay. Now let me defend myself here. This is a good anime. No. You may be like, well, you're weird. It has some good story. It has a good art style. It has some support to... It has support, okay? Now, the title is weird. The first episode, second episode, third episode is weird. But it has support. It's like a table, like, it's all wonky. Then you put support under it, and it just makes it stable. It has its weird moments, but but there's that little cushion that makes it stable. It's really good, and so far I do suggest watching it. Like, I'm not lying. I came into this expecting it to be, like, funny. I'm gonna make fun of this. I'm gonna just, dive into it and be like, haha, that's kind of funny. But no, I'm actually having a good time. I'm still laughing at it. I mean, there's some stupid stuff they say. And I'd go into every line if I had the time, but I don't have any time. Because I don't have a watch. But yeah, there's nothing else that I can point on that's going on. But yeah, this is only a 9-episode long anime. I got 4 episodes left now. So I'm going to finish those on up and I'm going to come right back to be like, okay, so this man did this thing and this woman did that thing and then they did all this together and then they die. They're gonna die at the end. That's the plot twist. They die. I'm saying it now. There's gonna be an octopus that rises from the grave and it just kills the brother. It flings the sister into the school. It's gonna be gruesome. Attack on Titan type bullcrap. I never watched Attack on Titan. I don't plan on watching Attack on Titan. I don't know where this is going. Man, I feel like lying right now, so I'm gonna lie. This was a terrible show. This show sucked. I'm kidding. This show is amazing. Holy crap. I'm not lying anymore, by the way. I'm being honest, I think. But this show is great. Like, seriously, I did not expect it to be this good. Like, it started out as, I'm watching this because it sounds funny. And in the end, I'm like, that's a good show. I think that's top 3. Top 3 shows added to the tier list. So, there's not like really green-haired girl. Let's talk about her. She is a friend of the brother, our main character here, and you know, the minute she's introduced, I'm like, yes, come on, get him. Couple goals, yes sir. I don't know why I'm saying this stuff. I want them to be together. I'm already like, it's gonna happen. They're gonna have something coming arranged here. And they did have something arranged. I mean, they had a whole, like, party. The sister and the psychopath. They, like, became friends with green hair over here. And, like, they're like, okay. They literally had to beat the answers. Not literally, but they, like, went on to a cafe and, like, literally had to get the answers out of her. Like, we know you like him. We know your secret. They blackmailed her. It sounded a very creepy letter. Like, you better meet here or I swear we'll kill you. I have a knife. It is psychopath we're talking about here. So who knows? I don't know if this series is finished yet. I watched it when there's only 9 episodes. There could be more coming. And I honestly do think there are, because of the way episode 9 ended, it left room for more. And, you know, I'm kind of glad that we had, like, a whole episode, like, dedicated to the whole thing, like, start to finish, like, before brother and sister, but when they were when they were friends, and then they got into a relationship and all of that. So we'll get to that in a few minutes. But, yeah, green hair confesses to the brother, and he's like, I'd love to, but no, I have my feelings are for someone else. And I'm like, I looked at the screen and I screamed, that is your sister. Because that's who he's talking about. Listen to me. He's talking about his sister. He likes his sister. This is Alabama, okay? This is not anime. This is Alabama. Now, in his defense, he didn't know. He knew, but he also had the feelings for when she wasn't his sister. I doesn't excuse it, but at least that knocks off 2 minutes of his sentence. Come on, don't be rude now. At least sentence him to death. The least thing you can punish him by. I'm just saying. Anyway. Yeah, episode 9 is a whole backstory episode, because, you know, so I caught you up. I don't think I have any more mental notes of what happened. It's kind of like the basic rundown. Now, episode 9 is jam-packed. So, you know, we have our youngins. We have our middle school brother and sister. I still don't know their full name or their names, though. Before, it's like, they're not brother and sister at this time. This is a confusing show. The lore is very complex. The lore of my stepmom's daughter, my ex, is very, very complex. These are words I never thought I'd spit out. My life has really gone downhill these past few days. Anyway. So, they do stuff, you know. Okay, so the girl, the sister, is like, okay, hi, you like books, I like books, let's get married. He's like, okay. They go to a festival, okay. And then they just hang out. And then they go into their I think, third year middle school. And the sister gets a friend. It's so weird calling her the sister at this time because, you know, ignore it, it'll be fine. But she's like, okay, this is cool. I have a friend now. And he's like, okay, that's cool, it's chill. They chill. We're all chill here. We're all gonna have a good time. We'll have fun. No fighting. And then she starts spending more time with her friends than with her boyfriend. And so he's like, man, this is pretty sad. So when she finally gets the time to like, okay, goodbye, my loser friends. I'm going to go to this guy. He's hanging out with someone in the library in her seat, and she gets mad over that. And a whole like year passes by. They don't talk for a whole year, and it just ends. Wow, very brief summary. I wanna go on a rant. Okay, I'm waiting for the rant energy to get pumping through my veins. Because this show is great, despite the name. The last like 4 episodes aren't actually about, you know, his ex being his sister now, or his mom's daughter, his dad. It's not about that anymore. It's about green-haired girl, and episode 9 is about the past. Because I'm pretty sure I did see a comment saying like they didn't focus enough, so I'm guessing they said, okay, episode 9 is going to focus on it. I don't know, maybe not. I'm not the animators. But a great show, actually. I do suggest watching it. I say it's like my top 3 list goes Hatina Illusions, Wizard Quintuplets, and this, and Incest the Anime. Yeah, I can't say that. I really can't. Yeah, that's basically all I gotta say. You know, there's no jokes to be made except it's goofy, incest anime. Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids. Also, don't have a crush on your sister. It's weird. Stop it. Go to therapy for that stuff.